Everyone, happy Monday. Hope you've had a lovely weekend. Today, I am going to be talking about the 12 universal laws. Now, you may or may not know that there are actually 12 universal laws because the one that everyone knows about and hears about and talks about is the law of attraction. But there are actually 12 laws that all work together that cause you to manifest the things that you want and the things that you don't want in your life. So, today I'm going to talk a little bit about all 12 because you need to know how they work together. This is why, if you've ever been trying to embrace the law of attraction or understand the law of attraction and you're not getting the results that you want, this is why. Okay, so knowing the law of attraction is fantastic. It is like, think of these universal laws, they're not just sort of woo-woo sort of things. They're actually backed by science, okay? So you know the law of attraction is like attracts like, okay? Physics has proven all of this, that energies attract the same energy, okay? Now, if you have just become aware of that one and things aren't going the way that you would like them to go, it's because you don't know about and you don't understand how the other 12 laws actually work in conjunction to make everything happen. Okay. So the law of attraction is always on. These universal laws are always on. You don't get to pick and choose when you want to use them. It's like gravity. You don't get to pick and choose when you want gravity to be on and when gravity's it's always on. So and just like gravity, when you understand how it works, then you know how to use it to your advantage and to do to get the things that you want to get out of gravity. Okay, you know that this is how they've been able to make planes fly and all of that sort of thing because they understand what's needed to move away. And anyway, I'm not going to go down that path. So what we're going to do is I'm going to talk about the laws, and then right at the end, I'm going to do a really, really short meditation. Okay. And it's a guided meditation, and that's going to help you align with all 12 universal laws. So if for whatever reason you can't do that right now, then just save this post and you can come back to it later. And it's something that you can come back to time and time again as well. Because with these, it's like anything, when you start to learn how things work, you want to practice how they work because that practice is going to get you better, give you a better understanding, and then you're going to start to manifest more of what you want and less of what you don't want because every single one of you is already a master manifester. We just happen to be, we're getting more of what we don't want instead of what we want. Okay. Alrighty. So let's get into this. Now, as I said before, the 12 universal laws, they are constantly at play. Okay. Whether you are aware of them or not, they are in effect. Now, when you start using them intentionally, though, that's when you start to manifest more of what you want. So, today, I'm not just going to talk theory, I'm going to give you some practical ways that you can apply each of these laws as well so that you can start to shift your energy, start to see those real results that you want. Okay. Now, let's get started with, all right, what I might do is I'll go into each law and I'll give you a little bit of an explanation of what it is, and I'll give you a little action that you can do each day to help incorporate this law. Okay. So, the first one is the law of divine oneness. Now, this tells us that everything is connected. So, what that means is that your thoughts, your emotions, your actions, they impact more than just you. We have this bigger connection and this ripple effect that goes across the entire universe. Okay. So, the way that you can start to incorporate this law into your daily life is by setting an intention every morning for how you want to show up in the world. Okay. Because that's all we ever have control over, how we show up how we feel, what we believe, how we interact with other people, what energy we bring into different situations and what impact we have. So, knowing that we do have that bigger impact, it's not just what we see here and now and the one person, you know, it ripples on. So if you, let's just say that you cut somebody off in traffic, okay, and you maybe abuse someone, that person then receives that and changes their energy, and then they will then go on and perhaps abuse the next person, who then abuses the next person, the next person, next person, and it sort of goes in this ripple effect of negative energy. So if you start your day, and not just your day, you can change how you are feeling and your attention in every moment of every day, and this is where awareness comes in. But have that conscious intention that today you choose to be the source of positive energy, of peace, of kindness, of happiness in the world. And that's how you show up and that's how you conduct yourself throughout the day. And of course, things are going to happen. However, you get to choose how you react and respond to different situations. But keeping in mind that we have this bigger ripple effect is what can bring you back to, okay, well, do I want to pass on this negative energy or do I want to change my energy and pass on a different energy? Okay, so that's the law of divine oneness. The next one is the law of vibration. So this is saying that every single thing has a frequency. All right. So what that means is this is the really big missing piece with the law of attraction, because you can say one thing, but your words and your thoughts have an energy. And whatever that energy is that you're sending out, the law of attraction is bringing you the same energy back. Now, that can come back in all manner of forms, in people, in events, in you just picking your toe. Do you know what I mean? It can come back. It's the energy and the vibration and the feeling that is coming back to you. And that can come in a million different ways. So the law of vibration is so important because it's not, you can say one thing but feel something different. You can say, yeah, that's really great and you're such a wonderful person. And you can hear the sarcasm in my voice, and the energy that is attached to that is a lower energy. So it doesn't matter what your words are, your energy determines what you attract. So this is really, really important. So what you can do each day is you can do a quick vibe check. All right. And you can just check in with yourself. What's my dominant emotion right now? And you don't have to get really deep into this. It doesn't have to be you don't have to label it. It can simply be a matter of, am I feeling good or not good? That's it. All right. Is my energy feeling positive or negative? And that's as far as you have to go with that, because in that moment you can do something to change your energy. We can get into habits, all right, over the years. We can get into these habits of you just feel meh for no particular reason. So when you have that awareness of that, and then you recognize it and you go, oh, I'm feeling a bit meh for no particular reason. I don't want to do that, because knowing that the law of vibration is working with the law of attraction to bring me stuff to continue my meh sort of feeling, I can change how I'm feeling. All right. Is this making sense? I can see that we've got a few people watching, so you're very welcome to put some comments in as well, as we're going along, if there's anything that you want me to clarify. So knowing that everything has a vibration, everything has a frequency, and just being aware, or what is my vibration? And you do not have to be feeling ecstatic all the time, okay? Anything from feeling content upwards is good, all right? So just check in regularly. What is my dominant vibration? If it's low, shift it with, I don't know, movement, go for a walk, listen to some music, look around and see what there is that you can be grateful for. There's lots of different things that you can do there, okay? All right, so the next one is the law of correspondence. Now, what this one is saying is that our inner world is reflected in our outer world. So, whatever is happening in your external circumstances is mirrored by your internal beliefs. Okay, so if you are feeling if the outside world is very chaotic and stressful, then look at the inside. What are the thoughts and the feelings and the beliefs that are going on that are mirroring that feeling? Okay, so the way you can use this one each day is to just have a look at, okay, when something triggers you, you just stop and you ask yourself, okay, well, what belief is this reflecting back to me? And then that is when you're then able to shift that belief, okay? Reframe it, do something, question it. Is that belief actually my belief? Is that valid? Is it working for me? If it's not, remember, beliefs are just words that we have heard on repeat. So you can reframe it, you can turn it into whatever it is that you want to believe instead, but then you got to do the work, okay? You've got to practice that new belief. All right, so number 4 is the law of attraction. So this is the one that we all know, like attracts like. So this is the one that says that what we focus on expands. Okay, so this is where you need to be aware, well, what am I focusing on? Am I focusing on what I don't want, thinking that that is the way that I'm going to be able to find a solution? Because we've been taught that, if there's a problem, you've got to focus on the problem to find that solution. But the problem and the solution are at different vibrations. Okay, the problem feels hard, the solution feels good. So, just in that, if you break it down like that, it can't be on the same vibration because good and not good doesn't feel the same. Okay, so we have the power to choose what we actually focus on. So, how you can do this is just pay attention, am I focusing on the thing that I don't want, hoping that it will magically become the thing that I want, or do I need to focus on something completely different? Because if I know that the law of vibration is bringing me things that match the good feeling vibration, and focusing on this thing is not a good feeling, then I can't get the solution. Does that make sense? This is why things come to us when we're doing something completely different. If you're brushing your teeth or you're in the shower, you go, oh my God, that's it. That's the thing. It's because you're not focused on the problem. You're in a different headspace where you're feeling quite neutral. And so that allows the thing to come into your head. Okay. So this is where you can use affirmations as well to change what you're focusing on. My favorite affirmation that I use often is everything is always working out for me because that just makes me feel better. All right. All right. Number 5. All right, I'm going to get a hurry along here because I want to get all through all 12. Number 5 is the law of inspired action. So this is the one that it talks about taking action from a place of alignment. All right. And this is also a good reminder that you can't just visualize it and feel and, wish and hope. You do have to take action, but take action from a place of alignment. So, really, really quick story on this one. Um, so the other morning I was brushing my teeth, and I have a automatic electric toothbrush, and I also use a charcoal toothpaste. Okay, so it's all black when I'm brushing my teeth, and I was so in my head going, oh gosh, I have to hurry. I'm running late. So that's the energy that I'm sending out. That whole I'm running late. Oh my God, panic sort of thing. And the action I was taking at that time happened to be brushing my teeth. Now, I turned it off, took the toothbrush out of my mouth to rinse it. And I don't know how it happened, but I turned the toothbrush back on. And now I've never done that before. But the action I was taking from that misaligned space or from that negative headspace, that panic, caused this event to happen, which meant that these black spots were splattered everywhere, all over the mirror and the bathroom and me. It was everywhere, which just perpetuated that panicked, oh my God, I don't have time sort of vibration. Okay. So when you're taking action from that vibration, you're going to get results that match the vibration. So the way to take inspired action is to get yourself into that good feeling vibration first and then do. Things will work out much easier for you. Okay. Number six, the law of perpetual transmutation of energy. All that means is that energy is constantly changing, okay, which is a good thing. So if you are feeling stuck, shift your energy, change it. You get to do that because energy is constantly changing. So maybe get outside, a good way to shift your energy is doing that Wonder Woman power pose where you stand with your hands on your hips and you make your body feel it. So do something to shift your energy because it is always changing and that is a good thing. Number seven, the law of cause and effect. So every action has a reaction. Okay. That's it. You guys understand that one. So your results are based on past choices. So what's something that you can do today that is going to create positive reaction for yourself? Okay? Just understand that. And this is the one that people call karma. All right? So everything that you do has a vibration behind it, and that's what you're sending out. And so that is what's coming back. That same vibration is coming back to you. All right. Okay. Number eight is the law of compensation. You get what you give. This one is all about um, the energy you're sending out, the effort you're sending out, the generosity that you're sending out is going to be returned to you. Don't take this literally though, because remember, this is all about your vibration. If you give somebody, I don't know, $20, don't then expect that somebody else is going to give you $20 in return. It's not literal like that. It is the vibration and the intention behind the gesture that you do. So if you give somebody $20 because you really want to and it makes you feel good, then something will come back that makes you feel good. And that generosity will be sort of shown to you in some other way. Maybe it will be money. Maybe someone will buy you a coffee. Maybe somebody will let you go ahead of them in line. All right. But if you are doing it because you're expecting something in return, I'm going to give you this because I want somebody else to give me money. And you've got this expectant sort of entitled sort of energy behind it, then it's not. It doesn't work like that. You're going to get somebody or something come back that is showing you an entitled sort of energy. Okay. So you get what you give, but make sure that your intention and your vibration behind the action is at that higher level. Number nine is the law of relativity. So this is saying that everything is just perspective. Okay. Nothing is good, nothing is bad, everything just is. It's how we perceive it based on our own beliefs, our own experiences, our memories, all of that creates our perspective of how we see something. So, this is where that saying, perspective is reality, comes in because what we see and how we perceive creates then how we feel and what we do, and then that perpetuates everything. So, what you can do in your daily life is you can look at, okay, well, if this thing is happening, how can I perhaps reframe it to create a different reality for me today? So instead of looking at something and saying, oh my God, this is hard, you look at it and go, all right, well, yeah, maybe that is not what I want. However, this is a lesson or something good will come from it, or what can I learn from this? So you start to reframe things and it starts to retrain your brain as well to look for the things that are positive. Okay. All right. Number 10, the law of polarity. So this one is just saying that everything has an opposite. Okay. So you need this. You can't have light without dark. Okay. If there is lack, you can't know abundance if you don't know lack. You can't know happiness if you haven't known sadness, sort of thing. So everything has an opposite. but you get to choose on what end of the stick you're going to focus on and for how long you're going to focus on it. Because look, things are going to happen and we are meant to feel emotion. Okay. You do not want to turn into some bloody unfeeling robot. You want the contrast because the contrast gives you clarity on what you do want. When you are in the middle of what you don't want and what's not working well, you know very clearly what you do want. Okay. It might not be clear in your head, but it is there. You know that you don't want that and that there is an opposite end. So things are going to happen in your life where, we are going to feel sadness. We get to choose, though, how long we stay focused on that thing that keeps the sadness there. And that is going to be different for everyone. It's going to be different for every situation. Okay. So just knowing, being aware, okay, well, what end of the stick am I focusing on? Am I focusing on the end that is going to keep giving me more of what I don't want? Or can I shift my focus and focus on the end that is going to give me more of what I do want? And this is where actually I was having a conversation with a friend yesterday. This is where we can get caught up in that whole conditioning of you've got to focus on the problem to solve the problem. But the more you are focusing on the problem, the more you are perpetuating the energy, the vibration, which means the more that things have to happen to bring that to you to make that true in that moment. Okay. So this is where when you understand them all and you can work with them, it's like to actually change that, you have to focus on something that is completely different because you cannot say, don't think about a pink elephant and not be thinking about a pink elephant. Okay. You've got to start thinking about a white tiger or something completely different. Does that make sense? There's so much to this, but it's a really exciting space to understand. And at the end, I'm going to tell you how you can understand this more because this is just obviously a very quick and broad overview. Number 11, the law of rhythm. This is saying that everything moves in cycles. Okay, sometimes you're in flow, sometimes you're not, and that is okay because if everything moves in cycles, we know that it goes down, there's going to come up again. So this is about trusting the cycle. You can say to yourself, remind yourself, this is just a phase. My energy is going to rise again because energy is always changing because you get to focus on what you want to focus on. So things move in cycles and that is okay. We understand this with nature, the moon and the tide and the seasons. It's in everything that we do as well. And the last one is the law of gender. So this one is not about sex. This is about balancing that masculine and feminine energy. We all have masculine and feminine energy in us. This is the yin yang. Okay. So the masculine energy is more when we're forcing things. Okay. When we're taking actions, when we're doing things that are outward focused. Okay. Now, you need to do that because I said before, you've got to take actions. This is good if you need to set boundaries. This is good for anything in the doing part of the manifesting process. The feminine side is more the internal stuff, the trusting your intuition, the creativity. This is getting into that nice flow. So, this is where you need to look at, ask yourself, am I forcing or am I flowing? Because ideally, what you want is that beautiful balance where you're in that flow and taking action. This is the aligned action. All right. So, too much of the masculine is going to lead to burnout. Too much of the feminine is going to lead to a lot of procrastination. So, you want that nice balance in there. Okay. All right. So, let me do this guided meditation with you. It's only going to take a few minutes. And as I said before, if you're not able to do this now, save this post so that you can come back to it. And the purpose of this is to just lock in these daily shifts energetically. Okay. All right. So let's just start. Close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in and then exhale slowly. and just feel yourself supported by the earth. And just imagine that you've got this golden light around you, and this light is representing the universal energy. And one by one, see each law lighting up within you. Feel the connection, feel the alignment and the flow. Focus on a feeling of abundance, ease, joy, and silently affirm to yourself, I am in alignment with universal flow. I am a magnet for good things. Take a nice deep breath in, exhale slowly. Just start to bring that awareness back to your body. Maybe wiggle your fingers and your toes. Hold on to that feeling of empowerment, that feeling of readiness to live these laws daily. And when you're ready, just open your eyes. Okay. These universal laws, they're not just concepts, they are tools. And when you apply them daily, you'll start to notice some small shifts that lead to big changes. So throughout your day, throughout your week, maybe just start with one law, focus on it, understand it, start to implement it into your day consciously and see what happens. And if you would like some more support in mastering these principles, I run a tribe every week within the Sacred You community, and it's called Mastering the Law of Attraction. So every Wednesday at 7 a.m. Brisbane time, it goes for 1 hour, and we talk more in depth about the different universal laws. So you get that deeper understanding so that you're able to really embrace them and use them in your daily life. I'll pop the link into the comments if you would like to come along, have a look, see if you like it, and if it is, you can join up. Have an amazing day, everyone. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for following along, and have a great Monday. I will see you on Wednesday. Bye bye.